As you saw in the first two videos, with the printf and string.format tools, you have now gained significant power and formatting control beyond what print and println were able to provide. Believe it or not, we're just getting started. There is much more to this incredible weapon. This video will show you other format specifiers commonly used in programming, specifically for integers and real number values. Let's work through a brief case study showing how to use %s, %d, and %f, the big three, the only ones you really need to know and use on a regular basis. %d is for integers, and %f is for real numbers, more technically the float and double data types. First, we'll begin with a simple println statement with everything included in one long string. We run it, and the output makes sense. However, it is a bit long, so let's insert some line feeds using the \n escape sequence. Now the output is on 3 lines, much easier to see. However, the source code line is too long, going off the edge, and so we'll use the cut and concatenate process you saw briefly in the last lesson, breaking the string in 2 places using the quote plus quote symbol combination, and then bring down the second and third parts to the next lines. The source code now is much easier to see, but the output remains the same, since it is still one long string. Now let's convert the println statement into a printf statement. We first start with Bob, putting %s in place of the name, and then putting the name as a string literal parameter at the end. As you can see, the output is the same. Let's put a line feed at the end of the sentence just to clean up the output. Now, we replace the value 16 with the integer format specifier, %d, and then put the integer value 16 in the parameter list at the end. Again, the output remains the same. Finally, we replace 7.25 with %f, the format specifier for real numbers, float, and double data types, and see the output result here. Unfortunately, there are too many decimal places showing in the output. This is because the %f format specifier by default always shows 6 decimal places. Fortunately, there is a way to fix that by using a precision specifier within the %f format specifier. We use .2, which indicates we want only 2 decimal places showing in the output. We run it all a final time, and now it all looks good. One last set of changes involves using variables for the name, age, and wage, instead of using literal values as parameters. And there you have it. Master the use of %s for strings, %d for integers, and %f for real number variables, and you have a powerful output formatting tool to use.